Happy Hump Day! Coming off a 2-0 mini sweep, 7-3 run. Man, do I love me some Paul George. Let's talk some basketball. What's going on, everyone? Welcome back in to another episode for Just a Bet Outside. I am your host, Steven, and I am much happier today than I was yesterday. That's right, a 2-0 mini sweep. Thank goodness. As you heard, we're on a 7-3 run. It doesn't feel like it, but we are on a nice little 7-3 run. It's a tough time of the year, so I will take that anytime we have a 10-game stretch, that's for sure. But I'm going to try to keep this intro shorter. I'm going to try my best because I know I went on a rant yesterday. Appreciate you guys listening to that. But I just have to mention some great answers for those memorable moments that you guys mentioned. You guys were awesome. Those were just fun to read. Game 7 in Jurassic Park outside the Raptors arena. Watching that Game 7 with Kawhi hitting that shot where it bounced like 5 or 6 times off the rim. That's pretty cool to hear. He said he gave him chills, and I agree. If I was a Raptors fan, I'd feel the same way. MJ hitting the shot against the Jazz against Byron Russell. Was it a push off? Was it not? Either way, it was freaking clutch. And then I don't know why I didn't mention this one. Reggie Miller, 8 points in 30 seconds. That was unreal. I actually missed those Pacers Knicks rivalries when Reggie Miller just used to put his hands around his neck and show off to Spike Lee there on the sideline. It was pretty fun. They had some good battles. I don't know why anyone didn't mention that one time Tim Duncan hit a bank shot from 10 feet out. I mean, that was thrilling. He did it only 100,000 times. Just joking. Anyways, two quick reminders on the channel. Golf bets are going to be released on Wednesday in Discord and on X. Again, we're going to try to get our first golf video out for the year next week, not this week. It's Weird Tournament, Pro-Am, Celebrities, 3 courses, blah, blah, blah. And then 2 separate NFL videos for the games this weekend in the divisional round. We're going to have the video for Saturday games come out Thursday, and the video for Sunday games should be out by Friday. So stay tuned for that. We went 5-2 in the NFL wildcard round. Hopefully we can stay hot. So in this video, we're going to recap yesterday. Then it's small forward day. Defenses that give up the most points, rebounds, and assists to the small forward position. And then we got the G's of threes, baby. That's right, because it is Wednesday. We're going to talk the hottest shooters from downtown in the last 8 games. I'll give you my best bet. See if we can stay warm. I'll say warm for now. Not hot yet. And then recap it with the bets, of course. With that bets recap, hit that like button, leave a comment below, help this channel grow. And if you are new to the channel, welcome to the channel, and please hit that subscribe button. This community is absolutely freaking awesome. And also, don't forget about that deal with the BetMGM down below. We will talk more about that later. Limited time only, though. All right, I'm ready to get started. Let's get to the recap. All right, there it is. A nice 2-0 day thanks to my boy Paul George. I usually don't trust anybody with two first names, but my goodness, was he in fuego. That was a beauty. They pulled away from the Thunder late in that game to get the win and the cover. That might be a series you see late into the playoffs. That was a fun game to watch. Yeah, maybe the T-Wolves have something to say about it in the Western Conference, but man, that was fun. Joel Embiid, over 32.5 points was the added play, and that was an easy winner. I think he ended with 41. I could be wrong, but somewhere around there. And they beat Jokic and the Nuggets, so that was pretty cool. A little 7-3 run to get going. And player props now moved to 770 and 63, up 1.49 units. That Clippers game moved our game bets to 11-9, up 2.45. We are now 97 and 88, up 8.46 units on the season. So let's keep getting into it. Let's keep grinding, and it starts with the small forwards. All right, these are the points given up to the small forward position. The 10 teams on the left are giving up the most in the last 15 days. The Warriors leading at 26.27. We got two matchups. Jimmy Butler facing the Raptors and Mikal Bridges of the Nets facing the Portland Blazers. So Butler says 31 points per game, but he's only played one game in the last 15 days. So take that into account when you look at this. But only two matchups for today. But hopefully this helps you out throughout the week as well, not just for the one day. So anyways, take a screenshot. Let's check out the rebounds now. We got two more matchups with Jaylen Brown facing the San Antonio Spurs and Asar Thompson of the Pistons facing the Minnesota T-Wolves, giving up just about 8 rebounds per game to the small forward position. And believe it or not, RJ Barrett is at the top, averaging 6.9 rebounds per game as a small forward. So anyways, take another screenshot. Let's move over to the assists now. And holy John Madden play we got. We got a lot. We got 4 arrows going on here. So Jazz are facing Klay Thompson. Jazz giving up almost 5 assists per game to the small forward position. This is one of those stats, guys, where it's not huge because, I mean, even from 1 to 10, it's not even a difference of 1 assist. So take that into account when you're handicapping. And then the next one, we got the Hornets taking on Brandon Ingram, who's averaging 5.1 assists per game in the last 15 days. And then the Cavs taking on Chris Middleton, the number one small forward with assists at 7 per game right now. And then the Miami Heat, they're at number 10, taking on RJ Barrett of the Raptors, which we just talked about a little bit ago. So, anyways, those are the small forwards in the last 15 days. Now, before we get into the best bets, let's talk the G's of threes. All right, let's talk some three ball shooters now. If you are new to the channel and have not seen this before, we do it every Wednesday, and it's the last 8 games, kind of just a good number that I picked out. But it's the 40-40 rule. You have to have taken 40 or more three-pointers, and you have to have shot 40% or better to make this list. So we got 2.5 pages worth. The man Paul George. I did all these numbers before the games today, so that's going to be even more because he was absolutely in fuego today. But just keep that in mind. This was going into the games on Tuesday. These numbers. So other than that, guys, we just got some hot shooters all over the place. Like Kyrie Irving shooting 47%. How about Alec Burks stepping up with Cade Cunningham out shooting 50.8%, 31 for 61 for the Pistons. And then we got CJ McCollum down there, 27 for 55, shooting almost 50%. If the guy has not played the full 8 games, I do put it next to it, as you can see. So that's 7 games for CJ. Just so you guys have an idea how many shots are taken per game just by doing some math. So, anyways, that's page 1. Let's check out page 2 now. And we got some hot shooters here too, including Jason Tatum in 7 games, shooting 51%. And Grayson Allen, who also just had an unbelievable game on Tuesday, which the numbers are not into this one, but 25 for 50, 50%. That guy had some issues in college, but he's making himself an NBA career, that's for sure. So kudos to him. And then Malik Beasley, 53.1% for the Bucks, 26 for 49 from 3-point range. And then Bojan down there, just as you can see, it's only in 6 games, but shooting almost 49%. So let's take a look at the final page, and there he is, the guy in green who came up clutch again on Tuesday. Norman Powell of the Clippers, the highest percentage in the last 8 games, 53.5% of all shooters that have taken 40 or more. So that is very impressive. Quentin Grimes shooting 45.5, not too bad, getting some more playing time there. And then Anthony Towns, the big man, shooting 46.3%. So, anyways, those are the hot three ball shooters in the last 8 games. Take some screenshots. Hopefully, this helps you guys get some winners. Hope 3-point props, points props, whatever it is. Hopefully, it helps you out. So, all right, I'm ready to roll. Let's talk some best bets. All right, this first game takes us out to Salt Lake City. We got the Utah Jazz hosting the Golden State Warriors. Jazz -4, total 242.5 in this game. Against the spread this year, Warriors 19 and 21 ATS, 11 and 7 against the spread on the road. Surprisingly good for them. Jazz 25, 16 and 1 against the spread, and they are the number one home team against the spread in the NBA at 16 and 4. Pretty impressive. Over under Warriors 24 and 16 to the over. Jazz 22, 19 and 1 to the over. Now, I'm sure as hell not taking the Warriors. We all know that. There's just no freaking way. If I had to pick a side here, it's the Jazz -4. I just have a gut feeling. I mean, everything about this says Jazz to me. They've been just cruising along, and the Warriors have just been sucking. Maybe I'm overthinking it. I like the Jazz -4, but for some reason, I don't know. Warriors let me down badly last time. Maybe they bounce back somehow. Either way, I got a player prop that I absolutely love. Give me Colin Sexton of the Jazz over 19.5 points at -120 on BetMGM. So this guy has been on a roll offensively. He has scored 20 plus points in 5 of the last 6 games, 19 plus points in 6 straight games. So here's the crazy part about him. He is extremely effective and efficient on the offensive end. In the last 6 games, he doesn't even need a lot of minutes to score. Here's what he's done: 30 points in 24 minutes, 27 points in 27 minutes, 20 points in 20 minutes. You getting the gist here? It's one per one. 22 points in 21 minutes, 19 in 18, and then 22 points in 27 minutes. I mean, this guy's pretty much a point per minute guy. I mean, it's just been unbelievable. He's not afraid to shoot. He's shooting the ball well. This Jazz team is very deep, so this is not a guy that's getting 35 minutes. I will say that. That's why his line is obviously 19 and a half. But he's been shooting the ball well. 13 for his last 22 from 3-point range. I mean, just unbelievable. In his last 9 home games, where he has played 20 plus minutes, that's right, 9 home games where he's played 20 more minutes, because that's what I'm expecting here. He has scored 20 plus in every single game, so 9 straight on that. He now gets to face the Warriors. Warriors have given up the ninth most points to the shooting guard position in the last 30 days. I mean, the matchup is good. This guy's just been on an absolute roll. He's cemented himself to get minutes, even though this is a deep team. He is the starting shooting guard for this team, and if this is a competitive game, he should easily get in the mid 20s minutes. And he's been, like I said, 1 point per minute. He's been absolutely lights out. So I love Colin Sexton to get 20 plus points here at minus 120 as my first best bet. All right, let's talk a little BetMGM before we get into our next best bet. Thanks to our partnership with OddsShopper, as you guys know, holy smokes, what an offer. If you are living in a state that has BetMGM, you got to sign up now. This is a very limited time. New customers bet $5, you get $158 instantly in bonus bets. All you have to do is use the link below, click on that, set up your account, deposit $10, but all you have to do is bet $5. Bet it on a huge parlay if you want. It doesn't really matter because there's no strings attached on this one. I mean, $158 instantly in bonus bets. It is a heck of a deal and it's not lasting forever. So go check that out with BetMGM. You must be 21 years or older to gamble. If you have a gambling problem, call or text 1-800-GAMBLER. Now, back to the bets. All right, game number 2 takes us out to the ATL. We got the Hawks hosting the Orlando Magic. Hawks minus 3.5, total 233 in this game. Against the spread numbers, Magic 26 and 14 ATS. That is the third best ATS team in the NBA. 13 and 9 ATS on the road. They are the number 4 best ATS team on the road as well. And the Hawks, absolutely horrendous. 10 and 29 against the spread, by far the worst against the spread team in the league. 4 and 14 ATS at home. Now over under, Magic 22 and 17 to the under, and the Hawks 23 and 16 to the over, a big over team. Quick note: Franz Wagner is still out in this game. He's missed 6 straight games. In those 6 games, the Magic are 3-3. Tough schedule for sure, but they are 3-3. I have a player prop in this game, but if I had to pick a side, I honestly don't even know why I didn't pick this side. I just don't know. But the Magic, I don't know why they're 3.5 point underdogs. I know they're without Wagner, but the Hawks are terrible this year, just absolutely terrible. I would take Hawks plus or the Magic plus 3.5. Maybe the Magic sprinkle on the money line, but that is not my best bet. We're going with the man, the myth, the legend, Paolo Banchero, over 39.5 PRAs at minus 120 on BetMGM. Now, you last 5 people will not like this bet even a little bit, but he has faced an absolute murderer's row of defenses in the last few games, so you cannot compare it against that. In 3 of the last 4 games he's faced, the Knicks, who are averaging giving up points per game to the power forward, but the number 1 team allowing the least amount of rebounds to the power forward position, the Heat, who give up the least amount of points to the power forward position in the entire league. Plus, Spolstra is a genius in taking out the other team's best player, which Boncaro is, and the T Wolves, 8th least amount of points and 4th least amount of rebounds. I mean, guys, it has been really, really tough sledding for Boncaro and the Magic with the last 3 teams he's faced. But before those teams, he faced this same Hawks team. He put up 35, 10, and 4 for 49 PRAs, flying over this total. Hawks have given up a little over 42 PRAs on average to the power forward position the last 30 days. Boncaro is not your average power forward. This is kind of a buy low spot for him. The line was about 42.5, then going up to 43.5 these last few games. And we actually hit on an under. I don't remember if it was a best bet or a lean on him because it was just too high. It was kind of a sell high spot. This is a buy low spot. It's down to 39.5 now, and it's just an absolute dream matchup. Hawks play at a ridiculously fast pace, the 5th fastest pace this season. And they just don't have anybody that can stop Boncaro. And you saw that already with his huge line that he put up against them. I think he has a huge game, honestly. I just don't see how they can stop him at all. He is the main guy right now. He's going to love not having to face just absolute elite defenses trying to stop him. It's the Hawks. That's right. It's just the Hawks. He went almost over this in points alone against the Hawks last time. So give me Boncaro over 39.5 PRAs as bet number 2. All right, this third and final bet takes us out to Cleveland. We got the Cavaliers hosting the Milwaukee Bucks. Bucks minus 4, over under 238 in this game. ATS Bucks 16, 23 and 1 against the spread. 8 and 9 ATS on the road. Cavs 19, 17 and 2 ATS. 10, 10 and 1 at home. And over under Bucks 25 and 15 to the over, the number 1 over team in the NBA right now. Cavs 19, 18 and 1 to the under. This bet makes me freaking uncomfortable. It's a bet I have to make, but it makes me uncomfortable. I want to be completely honest with you, and I'm going to give you both sides of this, and you guys just make up your own decision. But I am going to go with Donovan Mitchell under 46.5 PRAs at minus 108 on FanDuel. All right, let's talk about this. It's all about the number for me, guys. Let's be honest. This number is just ridiculously high. Now, here's why this line is so high. The Bucks are terrible against guards. We know that. We've won money on betting on guards against the Bucks. They're not very good. The Bucks play fast. They're the number one over team in the NBA. Mitchell went over this line in the last game versus the Bucks. 34, 6 and 9 for 49, barely going over. I mean, guys, 34, 6 and 9 is still barely went over. That's a great game too. But all of this has all that baked into it, and I think it's just ridiculously high. Mitchell has gone under this line in 23 of 29 games this season. He could still have a really good game and go under. I mean, we're talking he could go 30 points, 5 rebounds, 7 assists, and it's 42. It's under by quite a bit, to be honest with you. Any hint of a blowout, and if he gets any less minutes, I think this bet hits decently easy. Now, is there going to be a blowout? Who the heck knows? Last time they played, Cavs lost by 8. They're down by 12 going to the fourth quarter. It had a chance to get there, but it did not quite get there. Any stretch of the game where Mitchell goes cold, and this game should hit. The margin for error, if you're betting on the over of this, it's slim to me. It doesn't mean it can't happen. I just think it's slimmer compared to him going under. In the last 15 days, Bucks have given up the 10th most points to the point guard position. We're not talking about the team that's given up the most points. They're just absolutely horrendous. It is a good matchup for Mitchell to go over. I do understand that. But still, it's 46.5, guys. Donovan Mitchell is averaging 39.4 PRAs. 39.4. He needs 47 to go over this. That's a pretty big discrepancy in my book. And I'm going to finish it with this. It's Donovan Mitchell. He could go absolutely batshit crazy and just go over this easily and go like 40 points, 8 rebounds, and 7 assists. I understand that. And I'm willing to look terrible if he does. But this line is just too high. Just like Boncaro was a good buy low spot, I think this is a good sell high spot because he has not had this line or really even close to this line all season long. 46.5 is very high for a guy that averages under 40 PRA. So let's just hope for a blowout, hope for maybe foul trouble, maybe even just a little cold streak. But like I said, he can have a great game and still go under this. So give me Mitchell under 46.5 PRAs as my third and final bet. And just like always, any added bets will be in the pinned comments below. So let's check out the bets recap. All right, we got three straightforward player props. Colin Sexton of the Jazz over 19.5 points. Then we got Boncaro over 39.5 PRAs. And then we end it with Donovan Mitchell under 46.5 PRAs. That's at minus 108 on FanDuel. Any other plays will be in the pinned comments. I may add a fourth one in the morning. We will see. Again, I know sometimes I get comments about where is it, where is it, where is it. I am on the West Coast, so like my 9 a.m. is your guys' noon and things like that. So, but if I have another one, I will be sure to add it there. Discord, X, all of that. So, thank you guys for all the support. I appreciate it. Nice little 7-3 run. Let's hope we can get a little sweep and get a real good run going. So, I hope everyone has a great Wednesday, and we'll talk to you soon.